I think the first thing that I would recommend is that they really watch and listen and learn and not jump in with both feet until they really know what is going on.
A good plan is to keep your ears open, listen, ask good questions, and don't be too fast to give answers.
Nobody comes into Extension knowing exactly how to proceed. Nobody does. I don't care what anybody says.
Extension is different. It's a different type of atmosphere from being in the research or teaching department. So embrace that. Don't shy away from it.
It's really important if you need help, if you need answers, not help, but if you need some guidance, that you go ask.
I usually ask some advice, and they usually are really helpful. I mean, they provide a pretty useful and informative guidelines and helpful. So those are really useful for me to get it in the right track, as well as to develop and maintain my programs and develop new programs in extension forestry.
The key is, and it came out in some of the conference here, is to make sure that you're listening to those individuals that you're serving. Just sit back and absorb some of the information that they share before you start to react.
You don't need to be a know-it-all. Sometimes we just need to be more of a good listener than a good talker.
We're strongly and fiercely independent, and so you should be, because Extension expects us to do things on our own, to plan our own events, to do our own budgeting, to do all of those things. But at some point we have to stop and say, I can ask for help. People are willing to help me. Extension is fabulous for helping, but you have to ask.
Relax. Go with your strengths. It is a learning experience. I've been doing it for 22 plus years, and you never stop learning. So you're not expected to know everything, and saying that you don't know and that you have to find out and that you will get back with them is extremely important.
To be successful, collaboration, finding out who's doing what in your state, getting to know the partners and the partnering agencies and so on, and working with them can really increase your capacity. It also makes your job a lot more fun.
Partnerships are extremely important to what we do and everything. It's all the way down to the local level. I mean, from a county agent standpoint, partnerships is their advisory committee.
Join the County Agents Association, join your local professional associations, and learn from each other. And I didn't do that starting out, and I should have.
Be very mindful of your time commitment, and so that when you juggle your work, be it extension or other outreach, make sure you're able to allocate time. I stress that a lot.
My advice to people that are just starting out in extension is find your niche, try not to do too many things, and do the couple things that you do really well.
You need to learn how to say no. That's the number one tip I have for you. You better learn how to say no, because pretty soon, here you are, you're a brand new person. People want you to fill all their needs, and learn to say no.
Choose a few projects that I could really excel at and take my time and do really well than a bunch of projects that are kind of scattered and takes a lot longer and getting pulled in so many different directions.
I would probably spend more time early on in my career developing a program, developing an expertise that rather than being a part of several other programs, which we were all very good at and Extension is well known for, it'd be more interesting to say, okay, this is a path I want to follow, an expertise in taxation or economics or one of these. But as it was, the first day on the job, I was writing a forest stewardship grant and an urban forestry grant. So two opposite ends of the spectrum, from urban to rural and everything in between. So I would advise to try to stay as focused as you could early in your career.
It really took me a little while to understand that I have to understand what the issues are that the people are facing in your community, whether that's a county or a state level. So make sure you get a good handle on the needs of that community. Make sure that you engage them in your programming. Not only do you want your programming to benefit them, but you want it to make sure that it's stuff that they need and will help them address issues.
not all woodland owners have the same needs. So for example, in my area, we have families who have been managing their land for many, many years. They might have professional loggers in the family, and there's really not much that I can teach them on a technical level that they don't already know. But it doesn't mean they don't have needs. It just means that my educational outreach to them and what I do for them and with them is different from woodland owners who are brand new, who don't have much experience managing their land, have some other acreages and that sort of thing.
If we learn anything about our family forest landowner audience in Oregon, is that they're very, very diverse. The challenge is to get a group together who's interested in, at a similar point in time and where they are developing and wanting something that, wanting to gain a similar bit of information.
Extension's a great career. It really is. You can not only have a very rewarding career, regardless of your discipline, you can really make the communities and the people that you work with much healthier, much happier, and we can take care of each other.